whispering tree. Long ago, in the forgotten valley of Elderglen, where the hills curled like sleeping giants and rivers sang lullabies to the stars, there stood a tree unlike any other. It was old, so old that no one remembered when it first sprouted, and it whispered. They called it the whispering tree. By day, it stood silent, tall and proud, with silver-veined leaves that shimmered green and gold in the sunlight. But when twilight kissed the treetops and the shadows stretched long over the land, it began to speak in a tongue older than time, rustling like wind through ancient scrolls. Only a few ever heard it. One such listener was a girl named Elira. She was not born to royalty nor known for any great deed. She was the daughter of a candle maker, small and quiet, always with ink on her fingers and questions in her eyes. While other children ran to the fields chasing fireflies, Elira sat beneath the whispering tree, ears tilted to its murmurs, heart open to its secrets. The villagers called her odd, but her grandmother, who remembered a little more of the old world than most, said Elira had the gift of listening, the seed of shadows. One evening, as the sky blushed with the hues of dusk, the tree's whispers sharpened. Elira pressed her palm to the bark. The voice was urgent now, a warning hidden in wind and wood. The shadow is waking. She didn't know what it meant, but that night, dreams twisted in her sleep of a great black root coiling beneath the earth, rising toward the surface. A root without a tree, a hunger without a heart. The next day, a chill fell over Elderglen, though it was midsummer. The animals grew restless. Children whispered of things moving in the forest. Then the light began to fade earlier and earlier, as if dusk was swallowing the day whole. Elira returned to the whispering tree. "Tell me what to do," she whispered back. And the tree answered, not in words, not exactly, but in feelings, in fragments of forgotten stories, of a seed buried deep beneath its roots. A seed older than even the tree itself. A seed of shadow, imprisoned long ago by a great sacrifice. But the prison was weakening, and soon the shadow would rise. Only a listener could stop it, the path beneath the roots. Guided by the tree's murmurs, Elira began her journey. At midnight, she pressed her ear to the trunk, whispered promise, and the bark opened like a doorway. Beneath the tree were stairs, carved of petrified wood, spiraling into darkness. She lit a lantern, though the flame flickered as if reluctant. Down she went, step after step, until the silence became a presence of its own. At the bottom was a chamber of roots, tangled like the hair of time, and in the center, a black stone pulsed like a heartbeat. It was the seed of shadows. It spoke to her, tempted her, promised her greatness, beauty, all the answers she ever wanted. All she had to do was listen to it. But Elira was already listening to something deeper. The whispering tree's voice was faint, but it still sang in her memory. Light is not loud, but it endures. And so Elira did what no one else had dared. She sang, not with her voice, but with her memories of laughter, of warmth, of her grandmother's stories, of candlelight flickering in sleepy windows. She filled the chamber with quiet love. The seed writhed, screamed, shuddered, then cracked. With a final sigh, it crumbled into dust, and the roots around her sighed, not with fear but relief. The prison had held. The danger was gone. For now, the tree's gift. Elira emerged at dawn. The sun greeted her like an old friend. The whispering tree shimmered, its leaves brushing her cheeks like a blessing. And then something changed. The tree shed a single golden leaf, which floated gently into her hands. As it touched her skin, she saw visions of all the lives the tree had seen, all the whispers it had shared. And she understood. The tree had not just spoken to her, it had chosen her. From that day on, Elira became the keeper of the whispering tree. She protected it, and it protected Elderglen. The valley flourished, and the whispers became a song of hope, not warning. Children still ran to the fields, but now they paused beneath the silver leaves and listened. And sometimes, if they were very quiet, they heard a whisper meant only for them, for the whispering tree still speaks. And sometimes, the quietest voice is the one that saves a world.